In this video, we'll have a look at the usability of Project Space. Note that Project Space is designed to be quite basic, and we wouldn't expect it to have all of the features of a fully fledged piece of software like Visual Studio Code. To begin, we might want to upload some files. Everything is well labeled, and I can browse for my selected files and go ahead and upload them. When I push upload, they automatically upload, but we don't have any system status indicator, possibly because it is quite quick. One interesting thing is if I'm wanting to create a new file in Project Space, I have to go create, and then I need to choose from the drop down and say what it is, and then put in the name. This is quite different to what we had in Visual Studio Code, where we could simply go Control N, and in fact it is something that students find tricky. Once I'm inside a file to edit it, it's good because it does have color coding. But if I start typing a variable name, we can see that there's no recall versus recognition. One nice thing about Project Space is that when something hasn't been saved, it's super obvious up at the top left-hand side, and that color coding and changing color buttons is very useful. One other thing that you might comment about when comparing Visual Studio Code to Project Space is if I'm wanting to rename something, I can go Manage, and it does let me rename. But if I want to go Save As, I actually need to know to go Manage and Copy As rather than Save As. So in that way, our Project Space is not externally consistent with other programs that we're used to and with other language that we're used to seeing. Of course, it does do some things well, such as having our sign up where everyone's looking at the top right-hand side. Another really good thing is that from any page, I can validate my CSS simply by pushing a button. And if I'm looking at my index page and I push validate HTML, that works as well, which is a lovely shortcut that does help make Project Space a bit easier to use.